Hi guys, I hope you all are doing good. My name is Rakesh and I welcome you all to our YouTube channel, The Tronical Solutions. And in today's video, we are going to understand the working principle of a capacitor. How does a capacitor work and what is the functioning of a capacitor with the help of an experiment. So let's go to the experiment. So guys, before we start with the actual explanation of the capacitor with the help of an experiment, I would like to brief you about the definition and the working principle of a capacitor. So there are different type of capacitor available in the market, okay, depending upon the requirement. So if you see any of the circuits, you can see different type of capacitor connected to a plate which are completing the circuits inside a PCB, the circuit boards, okay. So you take example of any device from transistor, television or anything, you will see the capacitors connected inside it. So I'll tell you the reason why these are used and what is the purpose of using a capacitor in any electrical device. Okay guys, so now let's understand the working principle of a capacitor with the help of an experiment. So what I'm going to do is, you can see a circuit diagram. I'm going to use a 9 volt DC battery source, okay, and I'll connect it directly to a capacitor. The configuration of the capacitor that I'm using is, this is a 16 volt 220 microfarad capacitor. Farad is the unit of capacitance. So I'll charge it by connecting it directly to a battery supply. Then I'll try to glow a LED with the help of the charge stored inside the capacitor by removing this battery from this circuit. Okay, so I believe this will explain you, okay, the working principle of a capacitor and the charge, how the charge stored inside it and how does it behaves when you connect it without taking help of a battery. Okay guys, so as per the circuit, I'm going to charge this capacitor by directly connecting the positive and negative ends of the capacitor. The bigger leg is the positive, smaller is the negative one. So I'll connect the negative to the negative, positive to the positive of the 9 volt DC source. Okay, and I'll show you by making the connections with the help of the breadboard. So I'm just inserting the capacitor negative and positive legs in two ends, and I'm giving the supply. The positive one is here and the negative is here. Okay, so now the connections are done and the capacitor is getting charged. Okay, so be aware about the configuration when you are doing all such experiment. So since I'm using a 9 volt DC source and the capacitor is of 16 volts, so there is no problem in charging it directly. If it's not like that, then you have to use some amount of resistance in order to drop the extra voltage, as I've shown you earlier in Ohm's law, right? That can be done with the help of the Ohm's law. So now the capacitor is getting charged, okay, and now I'll try to glow an LED only with the help of the capacitor by removing the battery from the circuit. Okay guys, so I have made the connections on the breadboard. Take a look on this. So this is the charged capacitor, okay. This is the positive end of the capacitor, this is the negative end, and by taking help of the breadboard I have made the connections. I have connected a 300 ohm resistance as well in order to avoid the LED failure, because the LED is only of 1.5 or 2 volt and it can store, the capacitor is been charged and there is more volt inside it. So in order to avoid LED failure, I have connected a 300 ohm resistance, which has been calculated with the help of Ohm's law, which is explained in my previous videos in case you wanted to understand the concept of Ohm's law. Okay, and also you can understand the working of breadboard in my other videos as well, how you can make connections on the breadboard, which is very useful device. Okay guys, so now I'm going to complete the connections. Okay, I'm going to connect the positive end, which is not yet connected. Okay, you can see it over here in the wire. So look on the LED very carefully. I'm just going to make the connections. The positive end of the capacitor is further connected to the resistance and then further to the LED. Take a look on the LED. I'm going to complete the connections. Okay, so you just saw it. LED is still glowing and it is getting down and down and down and down. Then it will switched off after some time. So guys, I believe so far we are able to explain the concept of a capacitor. How does it works? It stores charge inside it. We have explained it with the help of the experiment as well. Okay, so a capacitor is used in almost every electrical component that we use at our home, in our offices or anywhere. So it has wide application. It is available in different configurations, and so this small experiment can be very useful for the school students. So if you like the video, do not forget to share it with the students that you know in your family or anywhere. Okay, so do not forget to like the video if you like it. Do not forget to comment in the comment section whatever you feel about the video. If you want some more videos about any other electrical concept, so do not forget to comment. So thank you so much guys for watching the video. Like, share and subscribe our channel. Keep supporting guys. Have a good day. Keep learning.